And we're live. Okay, and then we'll talk about our Wi-Fi on-demand platform, our mobile app platform. We'll spend quite a few slides on the mobile app platform just to walk you through it. Then we'll talk about venue, schedule, food and beverage, and then lots of logistical information. We'll talk about AV, the speaker rehearsal room, and hopefully we cover everything, but if we don't, we can ask questions at the end. So to start off, I'm Christina Garceau. I'm Associate Conference Producer. I've been in this role at Black Hat about a year and a half, and then 2.5 years with the company in the same role on different events. And our Senior Conference Producer is Jen Hughes. She is currently running the Asia selection call, so she is not in here right now. This is my mobile number. You can text me or text me on WhatsApp whenever we're on site. So keep my number handy so that you can stay in touch with me and let me know if anything comes up, particularly if you are late. So I'd like to keep the Wi-Fi slide right here at the top of the deck. You will be getting this deck at the end of the call. The Wi-Fi is just Black Hat Europe 2024. This is the attendee Wi-Fi, so keep in mind this is not a hard line dropped in your session room for your presentation. So don't put any links in your slides that you need to click on to take you through an external browser, because we can't depend on that internet. Make sure to embed any videos or demos into your slides. So our on-demand platform is, it opens on December 18th and closes January 17th. So we keep it open for 1 month. And basically, we're recording your sessions while you're presenting on stage. That's why those speaker agreements are particularly important for you to sign, because we're recording you. And we're providing it in the app for everyone who has a briefings pass or a virtual pass, because some people can't make it on site. They just have what we call on-demand access, so they can watch your presentations for a month after the event. So the briefings are available, the briefings recordings, also the Arsenal presentations, which are the demos in the business hall, and some sponsored sessions as well. So our mobile app platform is called SwapCard, and I'm going to walk you through it. Everybody should be able to log in now using your registration confirmation. You'll log in with the email that you gave me for whenever I registered you. This is what the front page looks like. This is just the top half. So this is the link, and I'm going to drop it in the chat. And then also this is the QR code right here that you can scan on your phone. So this is if you guys want to follow along. And you can let me know if you have any issues logging in. So this is what the page looks like. You have your menu down here. These maps, I made them myself. Feel free to use them. It tells you where everything is on the event. There's level 0, which is where we have the business hall. And then we'll go through that in a minute. There's also level 1 and 2 and 3. So I'm going to drink some water while this page loads. And when you see me on site, you will notice that I am 6 months pregnant. And so I have a big pot belly right now. All right, let's reload. Oh, thank you. It's a boy.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Okay, so Google or Firefox works best for your browser. If you're using if you're looking at the app in the browser. So this is what the login page looks like. You will enter your email address that you registered for the event with. And there's a button called Send Me a Magic Link if you need to create a password if you've never been logged in before. So some important FAQs. Once you get logged in, immediately go to your profile and update your information, your contact details. This is because the information that we use to register you for the event, that includes your personal address. And somebody is unmuted. I'm distractible, so if you could, thank you. So go in and update your contact details, and you might want to remove your personal address because if you make a connection with somebody, they will see that information. You might not want them to know where you live. So there's a connection feature similar to LinkedIn. People can only see your profile information if you connect with them. And so never turn off your availability, or I'm sorry, your visibility, because that removes your session from the app so attendees can't see it. So keep your visibility on. So you can take a peek at all the speakers up here on this little tab. You can see everybody. This is what it looks like when you're editing your profile. You'll go in and all of that, just scroll down. You'll want to remove your address. Oh, and right here, this is a point right here. Whatever edits you make in the app do not translate to the web. So if you need to make changes to the web, send those changes to me. And the web doesn't update until the next day at noon Pacific time. So if you get it to me, well, we're going to be in London. So really any time before, I think there's an 8-hour difference. So really anytime that day you send it to me, it'll be updated the next day. This is where you click to edit your profile. Just look at where your picture is and click edit. And then you can see who's attending by clicking on the attendees, and you can see everybody. And if there's anybody you want to connect with, you can just click on their icon and send them a request. So people that you connect with, you can request a meeting with them. And once you go to My Event over here, if you can see this tab, you can go to My Meetings, and you can update your availability. And this is what people will see whenever they connect with you. And they'll click on one of your meeting availabilities and request a meeting with you. And this is just more about what that looks like. How to request a meeting. It's the app's pretty intuitive. You just follow the steps. Go to My Event, My Meetings, and then once you want to send one, go to their profile, click Send Meeting Request. You'll get a reminder in your email whenever your meeting is coming up, and you also get a notification in the app. You can do virtual or in person. That's something that you specify whenever you're scheduling the meeting. So again, here is the link. Here is the QR code. You can also go to Black Hat Events in your app store. Okay, and then moving on to the venue. This is the Excel. This is level 0, where you will enter the business hall, where we have Arsenal, Bricks and Picks, lunch, the community lounge, the merch store, the sponsored session theaters, and the welcome reception, which is Wednesday at 4:30. And I'll come back and note that a little more later. Bricks and Picks is very cool. It's a Lego station. So lunch, it's not directly in the business hall, but entry to lunch, you have to go through the business hall. So once you go in the business hall, then you'll enter North Halls N22 and N23. So levels 1 and 2. On level 1, we have main registration. This is where you go first thing when you get on site to get your badge so that you can peruse the rest of the event. And then if you have a meeting scheduled with our media rep, this is our media room. And then the Platinum Suite lobby is where Executive Summit and AI Summit registration is. Then level 3 is where we have all of our briefings and where we have the keynote. So right down here is all of the briefings rooms and then also the keynote room, which doubles as a briefings room. And so these are the hallways in between the briefings rooms. This is where breakfast is served at 8 a.m. So you can arrive at 8 a.m., get breakfast, and then just go right to the sessions. And then we have coffee breaks, also in the same location as breakfast, just in the hallways right outside the doors. Those are at 11 and 3. You'll see those schedules listed in the slides upcoming. And then we also have our Network Operations Center, which is very cool, and it's a community feature. You're welcome to go in there and get a tour. It's very sci-fi. They always have a sci-fi movie playing on a projector, and it's just very neat in there. Then over here on the other side, we have the Platinum Suites where we have the AI Summit and the Executive Summit. Oh, and the speaker rehearsal room. That is down here, Capitol Suite 17. That is open. It'll be lightly monitored. Make sure to schedule your rehearsal time. We'll get to that slide here in a minute. So this is the schedule. The briefings are Wednesday and Thursday, 10 to 5. The business hall, along with the sponsored sessions, that opens on Wednesday at 10 a.m. and it goes through 6, with the welcome reception being at 4:30. And there'll be beverages served. And then Thursday, the business hall is open 10 to 4. And then this is the link to our features schedule, which is just the extra stuff in addition to briefings, and then our Arsenal schedule. So again, briefings, breakfast, coffee breaks, and lunch. Breakfast 8 to 9 in the briefings corridors, coffee breaks 11 and 3 in the briefings corridors, and lunch you will access through the business hall. And be sure to wear your badge for all meals. These are some links where you can get some information if you need it on airports, public transportation, and parking at the convention center. And hotel, we book and pay for 3 nights at a hotel near Excel. Almost everyone is at the DoubleTree. We just have a couple at the Aloft. Those were distributed last night. So everyone should have their hotel confirmation, that requested one. If you do not have one, let me know so that I can get with housing immediately, sooner than later, because they are in London time, which is 5 hours ahead of me. So it is 3 o'clock right now, their time. So if you get me that information in the next 2 hours, I can help you right away. So your badge pickup, this is what you do as soon as you get to the convention center, on level 1 at the Prince Regent walkway. These are the registration hours. And if you need customer service because there's a misprint on your badge, you can just go up to the customer service desk and they'll reprint your badge. Make sure to bring your photo ID and also bring the QR code that's in your confirmation email, because that's how you just go scan it and then your badge is printed. Everyone should have a confirmation email from registration also. So if you don't, let me know so I can get you registered. So if you have a guest, this more pertains to if you just know somebody locally who you want to see your session and they don't want to purchase a briefings pass or attend the entire event, you can just give me their first and last name and have them sign up for a business hall pass. This is the link to register for a business hall pass. They're free, but we just need them to do that so that they're registered for the event so that they can get around the event. So they'll go to the main registration desk and get their business hall pass printed, and then they'll just go straight to your session. And the door attendant will have their name, and so they'll let the door attendant know their name, and they will let them in. Please get those to me by Monday. It's very hard to process those on site. Well, actually, no, it's very hard for USA to process those on site because the business halls aren't free. The business hall passes aren't free. So actually, don't be discouraged. if you want to last minute invite somebody. It actually is pretty easy. For USA, it's not easy. It's a nightmare. Arriving at your session, please get there 30 minutes in advance. We get really nervous if you don't. So if you're not going to be there 30 minutes in advance, please text me so that we're not looking around for you. The AV team will be in your room. They'll be looking for you whenever you get there. And they will get you set up with your mic. They will get your presentation set up. They'll get your slides set up. If you have trouble with your slide view, showing up on the conference monitor that's on the ground, or just any technical issues, they're there. They're very experienced. We work with them on every single event. They're all good friends. You are in good hands, so don't let any technical difficulties put any pressure on you or make you nervous. Yep, before you arrive, pick up your badge. Oh, bring your laptop with your slides loaded on it. Bring your slides on a backup USB drive. And that's very important that you bring your own laptop. We're going to be hooking up your laptop to the projector. This is all the AV equipment and the stage setup. So you can have either a wireless microphone or you can have a handheld microphone. And we also have a podium with a microphone. So lots of options. We have the confidence monitor on the ground. We have a countdown clock to keep you on track. It is very important that you start and end on time because there's only 10 minutes or yeah, there's a short amount of time in between sessions. So please end on time. Account for Q&A in your session. And if conversations go over your time, just take them to the hallway. You will have a slide advancer and a laser pointer, and there's aisle microphones for questions. The lighting is nice. We have projector screens and we have monitors throughout the room for people in the back so that they can have more easier viewing. And the rooms are set theater seating, which is this in rows. So I sent out all of the room layouts, unless your session was added later and you didn't get one. They are here. So this is one room. This is the Capitol Suite 14. It has the capacity, all of them have a capacity of about 300, except for the keynote room, which is about 700. But here's the stage, here's you, here's the projector screen. You'll have a confidence monitor down here, and right here on the sides are the TV monitors. And then AV will be right here watching you, making sure you're okay. If something happens during your presentation, they will come run up on stage and help you. Here's our second room, very similar to the first. And here's the keynote room. It's just a lot bigger. And then here's our last room layout. It's landscape instead of portrait. And so you can just look on the schedule and see what room you're in and then go back and refer to these layouts. So presentation materials, now is when you are sending me these. Thank you to everybody who has. If you haven't, please send them to me now because I'm flying out in a couple days. And I'd like to get those loaded before I do, because I have lots to do on site too. Whenever you give them to me, they will show on the web at 8 p.m. local time after your session. And so you just navigate to your session and click on it, and under the abstract, it'll say presentation materials, and that's where attendees can download your slides. So please send me your slides in PDF format. Please name them according to the naming convention, which I forgot to put in here, but is in emails. It's just the main points are don't put any spaces in your title. Because the system doesn't accept spaces, it only accepts hyphens. So only use hyphens. You don't have to use any hyphens. You can just jumble all the words together. That's fine. I just need your last name and the first 5 words in your title. Please try not to send me multiple copies. Just send me your final copy, even if it's the night before, because I'd rather get it the night before than get 5 copies. speaking tips. So at the end, we have what we call sound bites, and that's just your key takeaways. So put your sound bites on your last slide if you can. Your company logo is only permitted on your first and last slide. By first slide, we don't mean your title slide. We mean that first slide that comes right after your title slide. You can put your company logo whenever you're introducing yourselves. And then you can put your logo on your last slide. Please don't put it on every slide. Make sure your font is big enough for people to read it in the back. This is the speaker rehearsal room. This is the QR code, and then here's the link. I'll drop the link. So these are all 30-minute time slots. You can pick Wednesday. As you can see, the morning is filled up Wednesday morning, but the afternoon is free, and Thursday is free entirely. So drop this in the chat. If you're having anxiety about making sure your tech is working, we have a similar setup in the rehearsal room where we have the podium and we have the projector, and so you can plug your stuff in, make sure it's running nicely. And if you want to book, we say if you want to book 2 slots, just wait till Monday to make sure everyone else has a chance to book. So attendees will scan their badge as they walk into your session. And whenever they do, this enables us to send them a survey. And they fill it out and they rate you and they leave comments. And then we send you everything they say a month later. People usually appreciate that feedback. The merchandise stores in the business hall. It's usually very popular, so go check that out. And then we have our welcome reception Wednesday in the business hall at 4:30. Just bring your badge. And if you have a guest who registered for a free business hall pass, they can come there too. These are the social media links. X, formerly known as Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn. You can tag us with these hashtags. And then your pre-conference checklist. Make sure you have your hotel. Make sure you have your confirmation, your registration confirmation. Make sure you have my phone number, and make sure you go to your session and you know what room you're in and what time you're speaking. And make sure your slides are loaded into your laptop with an extra copy on a USB. And make sure you don't have any links that lead to browsers within your slides unless it's a very, very simple link. Any questions? You're welcome to send me, just email me privately if you don't want to speak to the crowd. Oh, Bela.
Yes, sorry for asking this. I think that you were very clear, but just to confirm, I already sent you the presentation slides because we had a deadline for the 27th of November. So I will probably send you again another version. I hope it's okay. That's
okay. Thank you for giving me a heads up so I can ignore your first email.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
That's very, very common. It's hard not to send a second copy. That's why I do encourage, if you want to just send it later, that's fine.
Okay, thank you.
It'll still get up there. Even if you send them to me after the event, they'll still get posted.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Sure. Anybody else?
Yeah, just one on the, what's it called? The app thing. Sorry. For your profile and removing your address. I don't see where you can actually do that from, clicking edit. There's only an option to type something in, not something to remove items, as far as I can tell.
Okay,
So maybe I'm missing something there.
No, you're good. Let me walk through it. Where is it? Here it is. All right. Can you see my screen? Get bigger.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's go to edit. And then contact details. Edit. So that's not my current address. That is an old address. Oh, you're saying you can see it, but you can't edit it.
I think you have to press accept new data and then you can.
Yeah, I don't even have that option. So if I click on edit, I just am shown a screen where I can enter an address, but I don't have the option of removing it or something.
Reminded me to remove mine. That's not even my phone number anymore. This is from like 7 years ago. Okay.
So this is
Well,
what I
I
see.
will
Yeah, just
I'll reach out to registration. They are very savvy. We also have a specific guy on our team who just specializes in the app. So we will I'll follow up with you on that. I'll make a note.
okay. Thank you.
Sure. Is anybody else having that issue? Or if you are, just let me know. I'll send you to our guy, Matt. He will help you. All right. Well, if there are no more questions, that concludes our call. Feel free to send me an email. And I'm looking forward to meeting you all next week.
Thank you.
Thank you
Bye.
very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
very
so
much.
much.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.